G'day everyone, welcome back to Nat's Knackers Yard. I'm Nat, this is my Knackers Yard. Blue is out on the road. I've just nearly killed myself going down there backwards. I ended up doing some of it sideways, which was interesting. I might have to scrape that snow before I drag it back up because I don't want to hit the missus' car. Back on the Shiver, and lots of suggestion, thanks all. Honestly, it's part of the reason I do this. I have no idea what I'm doing, and advice is gratefully received. A lot of people saying about the battery. I had it on charge. This cold has just fucking zapped it again. So it is, problematic as far as batteries go, but it's good enough at the moment. I did try slaving it off running blue with me jumps. Still no joy. It's not playing. It's not catching. I'm adamant I've cocked something up in the setup of the fuel injectors as I put them back in. I have had the spark out. I've checked spark again. Spark is fine. I've cleaned off that plug. I'll probably do a cleaning the other one, but can't be asked to get to it at the moment. What I'm going to try and do is just whip all this stuff out again. I know how to do it. It's a pain in the butt, but it's doable. And dig into those injectors. I'm not sure how much I'm going to film because I'm going to point out the blatantly fucking obvious because there's snow on the ground. But where are we? Nope. It's cold. It's actually colder than that, frankly. But yeah, it's cold to be dipping in and out and filming. So I'm just going to see how I get on. I'm going to whip that out and have a look. Right, so I've stripped down to the place I was before, basically, and started to have a look at the injectors. But one thing that I did notice was, obviously I've taken the bolts out exactly as I did before. And, the whole piece come off. Now, I do wonder if that gasket has actually failed, which is part of the reason it's not playing. It doesn't look too bad, but now I've realised I can get complete access to it. I can clean it properly. See, it is pretty shitty, which is handy. Yeah, so just place that down for now. Now if I unplug, I should be able to there you go, exactly the same on the other side. So I'll just replace those gaskets, and I think I'll give it a proper strip down this time after I've checked. So I'm just going to chuck stuff back together and just to see whether or not I'm getting a spurt out of those injectors still. Right, a big bulldog clip holding the two halves together. I've hoiked up my tank. I'm running out of time, but I'm getting a flicker out of that front. Oh no, the back one is doing. Yeah, no, they're both doing it. I seem to be fuel injecting, but I do wonder if my tinkering and fucking around has just ruined those seals and those gaskets. So I think I'm pissing fuel everywhere, so I'm going to have to clean it out to do stuff. It's nasty in there. I know what's going on. I know I can get those out now, so I'm going to take the lot out and give it a fucking good clean. Either replace those gaskets or order some new ones. By replace, I've got gasket paper, so whether or not I just cut them, see how I get on, don't know. Right, I am bastard freezing, so I think that might do me for this one. I don't think I'll see. I'll either pull this one out as is, as a bit of a crap video, or give it a clean, chuck it back together tomorrow and see how I get on. But it is the run up to Christmas, so there are other ties on my time, so we'll see. Cool. All right, and there we go. There's an example of just how grotty generally, and whether or not those gaskets have just gone, but I'll give them a clean and a replace, I think. And now I've got all of this schmeeg out, I can actually give it a decent clean in there, which I'm not going to do now, and I'm not going to film. That will do me for this one. I need to put stuff away. We need to go and do Christmassy stuff. By Christmassy stuff, I don't mean freezing my tits off in a garage. Yeah, that'll do me for an upload. Not a lot of progress. I think I've proven the injectors work. I think I'm proving the sparks work. Certainly one does. If one does, I can't believe the other one's gone, but I'll have a check as well. Not a great deal of overall progress, but some. Apologies if you've joined the channel or come in expecting me to rant and rave about another channel. I've got that out of the system. I won't be doing that again. That'll do me. Will I do another upload pre-Christmas? I like to think so, but there's a lot to do, as ever. And, you know, fundamentally, this is a hobby, and not many people get to manage to carry on their hobby whilst there's more pressing matters. So, yeah, that'll do. Not a great deal of progress, but I'm starting to learn my way around this bike, this engine, this injection system, frankly. And I think it seems to be, the injectors itself are working. I just wonder whether or not I'm getting a good enough seal around the butterflies. Probably not. And frankly, it just needs a clean. It is nasty. Not horrendous, but just nasty. Right, that'll do me. A little bit of a damp squib. Apologies, that sort of thing tends to happen this time of year with hobbies. Cheers all. I'll catch you later on. Ta-da. Okay, a little bit of a before. That's the front one. And a bit of after. Yeah, just coming. I'll get on with that. Right, and there we go. That's both of them done. Nice and clean on the inside now. I've cleaned up that edge. I think what I'll try doing, I have thought, oh, I've got instant gasket, but I don't like the idea of that just generally. I'm going to try and make them, I think, if I can find my gasket paper. He says confidently, I don't know where it is. I don't think it's in here. I think it's in the house somewhere. So, you know, I think we're looking pretty damn good. Damn sight cleaner. Just see around the edge there as far as the idle's concerned. Ditto on that one, so they're nice and balanced with each other. I did take the butterflies out, give them a good douche. Actually chucked them on my polishing wheel just to get rid of the worst stuff off it. Obviously I'm not trying to go for a polished surface or anything. I just wanted the keck off as much as anything else. I don't think that's going to be an issue, but we shall see. Only one way to find out, isn't there? Find out by doing. I've obviously got to clean the gasket off the noisy car, off the other side as well. That's not a today job, it's probably a tomorrow job, but I might see if I can get that gasket made up this evening. Obviously other things dependent. I think the way I'm going to do it is go for a bit of spray. Where are we? Bit of spray on the surface there, squidge it onto the paper so I get a marked surface, and then cover it off. And then cut it out. Now the one thing I have noticed on these, I'm keeping them deliberately separate in the right order, but they are exactly the same. Everything's orientated the same way. It's probably a manufacturing thing. It's cheaper to create more of the same than opposites, but I am keeping them in. That was the front one, that was the back one. Right, what I'm also going to do is have a look to see whether or not I can take the bottom elements out of that. I think, I mean, using carburetor logic, let's see what translates. It should just be held on by an air seal around the bottom of the airbox. It should just be a bolt off and pull out, which means that I can clean the whole shebang in a wanna, which, you know, I could end up with the cleanest non-working bike ever, or it could be part of the accumulation of the crap being a lot of the project problem. Jesus. It's been a busy day, not a lot of bike stuff done, but as I say, run up to Christmas, we're all busy doing other stuff, and hobbies tend to go slightly to the side. But yeah, I'm intrigued with this. I really am intrigued. I've no idea if I'm doing the right thing. Not really got a clue. But, you know, got to give it a go, ain't you? Right, this is the end this time. Cheers all. I'll catch you later on. Ta-da.